Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Notre Dame fans. Whether you're watching live, you're watching back, or listening to this as a podcast, whatever the case may be, really appreciate you for making us a part of your day. And when I say us, I'm talking about myself, Mike Singer. I run the YouTube and Blue and Gold recruiting operation. And of course, Tim Hyde, lifelong Notre Dame fan and former high school coach out in California. Coaches some big-time programs, also junior college in the Golden State. Tim, I missed you last week because I was on vacation.
You're on vacay.
And then missed you, I think, was it 2 weeks in a row?
I think a month ago. Come on.
Yeah, it's been a while. Again, so our last show together was 2 weeks ago. And then before that, it was like 2 or 3 weeks before that because you had some family stuff. So we're back. And we should be live every week, sometimes twice a week when the football season gets here forever. We're not missing any other weeks, except for Tim. Are you good next week?
Yeah, I should be.
Okay.
I'm working that. Yeah, iron out. Yeah, I should be. Yeah, I should be good. Yeah, I mean, you're right. We should be good. Either a playoff run or the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Mike. So it's one or the other. So, yeah, we're here. We're here ready to go.
Yeah. And we are live on a Tuesday tonight. We will be moving to Tuesdays permanently during the football season. That just works best for really everyone. And then that Notre Dame six-pack show with Sobel and Horka will move to Wednesdays. But yeah, until the football season, I think this show will mostly be on Wednesday, but it's Tuesday for this week. Folks, please hit the thumbs up on this YouTube video and subscribe to the channel if you are new here. And of course, if you're listening to this as a podcast, we really appreciate it if you leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen to your podcast. So fall camp is in a couple days as we record this, so we will definitely be talking about some position battles and some storylines. But first, Tim, got to talk about this tweet from Blue and Gold. Quote from Notre Dame Athletic Director Pete Bavacqua, met with some of the local media, including Blue and Gold's Eric Hansen. I tweeted this. I had to trim it down a tad just because Twitter only gives you so many characters, so I had to cut out some words. But he said, "We're having conversations to put something together. This isn't regarding the Notre Dame-USC rivalry, of course." He said, "You have to ask them specifically," I guess them being USC, "but we are 100% committed to doing everything we can." He also said, "I've said it, Marcus Freeman has said it, and we make no secret about it. We want to play USC every year. As I've said in the past, I just think it would be a horrible thing if we don't. I think it would be bad for us. I think it would be bad for college football. And USC knows that." He said 100% committed to doing everything we can to keep that series going multiple times. So, Tim, when you see this, what's your reaction?
Yeah, definitely got to read that tonight when I'm hanging out, relaxing. I mean, it's so much of the same. I mean, my first reaction is a lot of the same talk. Notre Dame says we want to play it. Okay, make it happen, damn it. But obviously you need two to tango. So it's I mean, let's be brutally honest. I know we haven't talked. I mean, heck, last week was the Big Ten media days where Notre Dame fans are losing their minds with some of their coaches in the Big Ten. But I mean, let's be honest. It's the Indiana formula. You know, it really is. I mean, Cignetti, obviously it's Indiana, one of the worst programs in the history of football. They go 11-1, hell of a story, but they played one ranked freaking team. So when the committee allows one team to play one ranked team and get in the damn playoffs, when teams, I got on the South Carolina rant, Mike, because I started diving into their schedule. They played 7 ranked games. 7. 6 out of the 8 in the SEC were ranked. It's like, I mean, seriously, what are we doing? The first, you got your conference championships, you're fine. The rest of everyone else go on the whiteboard. You're an at-large team, and I mean, let's be honest, that's what the committee did. They just looked at the W and the L column, and that's right. Kind of what they did last year. So I know some teams had tough losses, bad losses, fine. Everybody does. Except for Indiana, because they didn't play anybody. But,
right.
So that's the first thing I'm looking at. And this whole, I mean, it's all media spin. The SEC is like, well, we want to stay at 8 games, but everyone's playing a Power 4 game. Like Alabama is playing Wisconsin, obviously South Carolina, Clemson. That gives them 9. So now you got the Big Ten. I mean, this is really what the whole damn thing's about. The Big Ten's like, well, if you're playing 9, why the hell are we playing 10?
Yeah.
USC last year played LSU, Notre Dame, and 9 Big Ten games. They're like, why the hell are we playing 11 if you're only playing 8 or 9? So that's pretty much what it is. It's the dumbing down. I mean, it's the playoff. I hate to say it, but man, the longer this has been talked about and moved on, it's all about the playoff. It's all about getting in the playoffs. No one gives a damn about rivalries unless it's in conference. Alabama, Auburn, and Michigan, Ohio State, on and on and on. It's in conference. If you're not in conference, they don't matter. And I think that's the big thing with USC, which sucks because it's an amazing game. I hope they would just say, screw it, let's play the damn thing and play it every weekend on Labor Day weekend. Just make it the Labor Day Classic. We're going to play this iconic rivalry. USC bitching about a conference. It's like, dude, you've been in a conference every year this thing's ever been played since 26. They're in the Pacific Coast Conference, for crying out loud. So it's like, I think this is USC's 4th or 5th conference that officially been named over the years. So just make it happen. But I think it's a lot of it is the dumbing down. You're only playing 9. We're only going to play 9. When in reality, I started diving into just a little bit of the teams who were playing. So SMU got in, for crying out loud. They played 11 Power 4 games. They played two in the they beat BYU and TCU, plus their 8. That's 10. Plus an 11th. That's what got them in over Alabama at the end, was they had a powerful schedule when you look at it. Had they only played 8 and everyone else was cupcakes and lost in the ACC title game, Alabama is the 11th seed. So
right.
I think some of these ADs need to chill out, and these head coaches need to chill out and realize, it's not so much one hard game in the preseason ain't going to kill you. So, but it is softy. Penn State's playing Cupcake Centrals the next couple of years. I went on Penn State's future schedules. The only Power 4 conference team they're playing is Syracuse in the next 6 years.
Non-conference,
yes. Syracuse, that's it.
In 6 years?
Yeah. I went like 6 years forward. It's all, northern. I almost said Northern Illinois, for crying out loud. But you know what I mean. Don't say NIU. But it's Kent States and those guys, and they're 1AA. Yeah, they have Syracuse. That's it. So,
Tim, let me ask you this to kind of wrap up this part of the conversation.
Gotcha.
Is it kind of something where it's like, don't hate the player, hate the game?
I agree.
Because they what benefit does USC to have playing Notre Dame other than just the pageantry and the history of that rivalry? But yeah, if you are, and I'm not defending USC for wanting to get out of this rivalry, but why the hell would you want to go to Notre Dame every other year and get your ass kicked? If you're trying to make the like, if that loss impacts your ability to get in, and you're probably going to lose if you go to Notre Dame, why would you want to?
Yeah, it's not every year. It's a long time.
Every other year,
and I've seen SC come in
lately,
and win a hell of a lot. I know it's been lately, but as we talked months ago, this is a rivalry of, it comes in waves. Era and Dan Devine couldn't beat SC. They couldn't beat McKay and John Robinson for 15 years. And then Pete Carroll, they couldn't beat Pete Carroll, but then SC couldn't beat Holt. SC hasn't been able to win the last 10 years. So it goes in cycles. But that's why if I'm on a committee, that's the thing with this committee is like, if you don't only count Power 4 games, make this damn thing comparable. Take out all the analytics. If you're playing Sisters of the Poor, those don't count. Just play.
So like if it's like your efficiency for this, take out the
Indiana schedule. Look at Indiana schedule.
FCSs and
take out Villanova, Kent State. Take those out, and we're going to compare. This is the at-large teams now. The at-large teams. You're going on the whiteboard, and we're going to compare your conference schedules against other teams. I don't care if you went 11-1. You got 3 cupcakes. That doesn't matter. So it stinks. I hope it stays. I just hope they just go to. I understand USC. They're like, why the hell do we want to play these guys game 12? It's meaningless. You're not in conference. We don't need to play this anymore. So that I understand. I understand the whole, we got to go to South Bend in the middle of Big Ten play in October. I'm like you. I get both sides. I understand it. play the damn thing on Labor Day and let's kick this thing off.
Yeah, there's got to be something to the I'm a man. I want to go beat my rival. Like there's got to be that element. It's kind of there's like the logic of like not wanting to play Notre Dame, but also just backing out of it.
I know it drives me nuts, man. It's like, and that's what kills me. Just real quick, it's like Pete Carroll played monster schedules and competed for the title. And I said this a few months ago when this came up. At the end of the day, it's all about your team. If you got a title, competing team, who cares who you play?
Right.
I mean, look at Ohio State. Have you seen? By the way, I hate the Buckeyes, but tip of the cap to these guys, man. Texas the next 2 years, then Alabama for 2 years, then Georgia for 2 years. Hell, they're like, let's just play. Because why? They got a program and they got dudes all over, so they don't care.
Yeah. We're going to talk about fall camp in just a moment with it starting on Thursday. And yeah, with that college football, it's just so close. You can feel it in the air. I don't know where you guys are at, but where I am, it is so extremely hot outside. But fall is around the corner. The tailgates will be warming up. And it is finally time to get geared up for what should be a fantastic Notre Dame football season. And nobody does game day better than Homefield Apparel, which is the exclusive apparel sponsor for this show. And if you don't know them already, you must be new to the channel. Homefield's been an incredible sponsor for years now. Premium collegiate apparel brand based out of Indy, and they've built their name by making the most comfortable, officially licensed, vintage-inspired college gear out there. We're talking hoodies, crew necks, tees, bomber jackets, hats, you name it. And the hats are new. For folks watching this on YouTube, you see this hat line, which is just fantastic. The designs are second to none. Go to homefieldapparel.com and check this out. And this month, they're kicking off their Can't Miss Kickoff 2025 campaign. And that's exactly what it sounds like. A full-blown celebration of college football season. They've got special drops lined up all month. Football boxes, coaches' jackets, crew necks, bombers, and more. And they also have this birthday promo for the company to celebrate their big day while you get ready for the start of college football season. I've been rocking the Notre Dame collection now. Like I said, been a sponsor for years for us. Absolutely love Homefield Apparel. I wear Homefield almost every single day. I know Tim's got some Homefield swag as well. Tim's, I think this is your 70s inspired Notre Dame hoodie. Is this the one you usually wear, Tim?
That's it.
That's the one. And I think you've got this one too. This one on the left.
I actually have the Lou Holtz jacket, so I'm going to be wearing that. Once it gets cold, it's like 112 up here in the
So yeah, if you're like me, you're counting down the days to kick off. I think it's 34 is today. I want to say 34 days until the kickoff. If you're like me, yeah, don't wait. Go to homefieldapparel.com, check out their Notre Dame line. And if you're buying something for yourself and maybe you want to get a gift for someone else, they've got a massive lineup of schools from across the country. Again, folks, homefieldapparel.com. Check it out. Find your favorite design and get ready to rep your Notre Dame gear in style. That pinstripe blue and yellow with the leprechaun is fire. Let me pull that up. We're talking about the hat, right? Yeah, I mean, this looks like a Pacers hat. Like it looks like the Pacer, but like this is sick. And then shout out to Juicy J. He posted this on the blue and gold message board not too long ago. Said Homefield recently released some new Notre Dame gear. These hats are absolutely fire. Yeah, I mean, I love sponsors like Homefield because, like, yeah, we just spent a few minutes talking about an ad read, but like, it's Notre Dame. Like, that is really unique, cool Notre Dame stuff. So yeah, check that out. Homefieldapparel.com. Victory sweater is elite. Yeah, I can't wait to see. So is it like the Lou Holtz looking sweater? That's the one you have?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see you wearing that, Tim. Can't wait. All right, let's dive into the nut and bolts, meat and potato of the show. And let's just start off with the bang, Tim. We did do a video last week that we published, while I was on vacation to just keep the YouTube channel afloat. But so we talked about that in a 15-minute video. You can find that on the channel. But yeah, the biggest one is the quarterback battle. It's CJ Carr. It's Kenny Minchey. I actually put out like a 30-second clip a little while ago before the show where I called my shot. It was a clip from that video from last week, Tim. I think it's Carr, but guys, I'm telling you, it very well could be Minchey. Do not sleep on Kenny Minchey. Both had tremendous springs, and that's not just like media speak. I'm talking to sources like very close to the like understanding of the battle. It's tight between the two. I do think Carr edges out Minchey, but Tim, I'm telling you, it's close.
Yeah, that makes me nervous, but that's okay. It's like I'm one of those guys. It's like, damn it, somebody just be the dude.
I think it's a great. But Tim, let me interrupt you real quick. I think it's a great thing that you went into spring ball where the pecking order was Steve, and then the other two were here, and then it flipped. I think that's a great thing that both really emerged, and that's why Steve's gone.
Or were they all just bad? I mean, we'll find out. Well, hell, there goes the show. I mean, seriously, we don't know. But it's funny. I saw something on the message board the other day. Some podcast was out there started talking about Notre Dame top 10 quarterback and CJ Carr. And I'm just
top 10 in terms of what?
Well, just top 10, at the end of the year, he could be a top 10 national quarterback. I don't know, stats, whatever the hell it is. So I'm like, yeah. So I started thinking, I'm like, top 10? I was like, my God. I was like, yeah, here's the notes right here, J. Carr. So, the Timmy Hyde research project. I went back, 20 plus years and started looking at the ESPN QBR, the quarterback rating analytics. And Notre Dame's had 3 top 10 quarterbacks, Mike, in 20 plus years. 3. So CJ Carr, who was 4-string, chilling with an elbow injury, is now going to be top 10 in 1 year, throwing to some slots. But so we got Quinn in 05 and 06 and then Ian Book. And then right on the outside, you got Deshaun Kaiser in 15, Ian Book in 18. And then little Riley Leonard last year was 14th. Start diving into Riley Leonard's. Actually, I got a little, I'll be honest with you, I started getting a little ticked off. I'm like, you start diving into Riley Leonard's like stats and numbers and some of the analytics. The dude was a top 5 quarterback in so many metrics last year. And I'm like, how the heck was he not pushed more, especially during that winning streak for the Heisman? Like some of the things that he was doing was awesome. So he finished 14th in the country, and you're going off QBR. He's the 5th best quarterback in the last 20 plus years at Notre Dame for a QBR. So which then the Timmy Hyde research dove even more, and I got extremely nervous because Marcus Freeman loves experience. He said it about 16,000 times since he's been hired. Sam Hartman and Riley Leonard have nearly 100 starts combined. And we're going with no snaps this year. So I don't know if I just scared the hell out of myself when I was doing some research. Mike, at the bottom line, man, hold on, man. We are just going in clean slate. There's no paint on the wall. We're figuring this out. We have no clue. We have no clue. None. That's why I was never a fan of the 3 quarterback debate. If you really felt one, see, and this is what I, as I start to think even a little bit more during fall, or even after the fall, it's like, or even after the spring, did you? It keeps going back to this Angeli thing. And it's like, how did you not prepare for 2025 a little bit better? I guess is my point. So we're going to, we're going to find out a little bit.
Well, what would you have rather them do? Like what?
If they love Carr so much, why wasn't he prepared last year? Why was he just chilling down doing 0 all year?
You mentioned the injury, right? I mean,
but he got injured playing nothing, just hanging out, right? Playing scout Q, getting his head kicked in. I don't know what that prepares you for, but anyway, looking at cards of the other team doesn't prepare you. But okay, it's that, Mike. So many other quarterbacks that programs knew that's my guy. We're going to prepare him. We're going to get him in some games. Going to give him some snaps. He's going to get reps. Quarterback's the biggest thing, man, and that's why I'm still up in the arms, man. It is all. I mean, we can talk about 16,000 positions. It's all about freaking quarterback, and we have no clue, man. We have no clue. So that's just it. We are. It's just getting me a little nervous. So we're really just going off of high school film and what the coaches.
We are, but yeah,
we are.
Have a different.
And the coaches are going off of, some scout team quarterback tape.
I mean, not from the spring.
From the spring, where half the team didn't practice a lot. So, Mike, I mean, dude, I'm just trying to be extremely honest. We're going into Miami, and it's going to be.
Did Mark with Glasses? You and Mark with Glasses have a Freaky Friday thing where Mark with Glasses took over Tim Hyde. Tim, you wanted this. You wanted Kenny and CJ to duke it out. This is what you wanted.
I was cool with the transfer QB. I've been the king of embrace the portal. Embrace it. I'm not out there waving the flag. We got to play a homegrown guy.
That's true.
I only want to play a Notre Dame kid who visited 20 times and came here and, he struggled for 4 years. I want to play the best guy. That's what
I will give you that, Tim. I give you a hard time for swinging back and forth like a politician, but you have been very firm on you'll take a transfer every year. You don't care. I will give you that.
I just want to win. I just want to win. But the quarterback battle, now we'll dive into it.
Let's dive into it.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome just because you got two young quarterbacks, and we've talked about them. They are obviously talented coming to Notre Dame, the recruiting film and all that. So it's going to be that mixing and matching of, how do they, melt, so to speak, with the, with the wide receivers. So the talent's there, and that's why it's, the talent's there. And I know I've talked about 1990. That team's the national championship team, and Rick Meyer threw interceptions that cost him the title that year. So I don't know why. He's the old fart in me who keeps going back to that damn season. Like that's a title game, and interceptions cost him. So, Tim, do you trust Denbrock? Trust him for what? Finance advice? I mean, trust him for what? Trust him. I don't understand the question. I mean, do I trust him? Trust him with what?
Babysit your kids, like.
Sure. I'll take a night out on the town.
Take care of your car.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, his last two quarterbacks have been transfers that are now in the NFL, so we'll see when you look at Daniels and Riley Leonard.
Tim, I cannot believe my eyes. We got a super chat. I'm gonna play up a celebration music. All right, that is not what I thought.
What was
that? Streaming software just comes with something. It says acoustic cinematic, and I thought it would have been something cooler than that. But Adam, thank you for the $5 super chat. I don't see a comment from you, Adam, but I think this is the first super chat we've got in weeks. So, Adam, I appreciate it. I'll be looking out for you in the comments, but I really appreciate the 5. So, Tim, your prediction.
Okay,
let's talk about the actual battle and not the 50 other things that we just talked about.
Yeah, not the nerves.
The nerves. Yeah. So who do you got? You got Carr?
Yeah, I'll go with Carr. I mean, I'll go with Carr.
Okay.
I'll go with Carr. He's got an extra year. He'll be here a little bit longer. He's had the hype. Does he hold off Kenny? So yeah, I'll go with him.
Okay. So Adon Schuler is a shoo-in to be one of the starting safeties, obviously. Field safety, though, you got Jalen Stroman from Virginia Tech, who I have a hard time remembering some injuries. He was out during the spring, right? He was out. He was recovering from an injury during the season.
Broken collarbone. It was something with the arm and shoulders, right?
Yeah. So he was out. Expect him to be full go in fall camp, I believe. I can look that up real quick, but versus Luke Talich, versus Tay Johnson. What do you think about this one, Tim?
There's always an upset special, right? Last year, everyone thought it was Rod Hurd, and Adon Schuler won it out. I'm going to go Tay Johnson. Is going to be the redshirt freshman, just like Schuler was last year. I think he's going to take this thing over. Remember Tay was injured beginning of the year. Then he stepped started coming on the 2 deep corner depth chart during the last half of the season. So that means he was practicing a lot, and the coaches obviously love what they were seeing in him. So athlete, speed, they're, obviously they've been a really good man scheme lately. A lot of robber coverage where one safety's dropping in the hole, chasing guys. I'll take Tay Johnson over Talich running with guys any day. So this is my upset special. This is my what's our oh my God, Mike, what's our betting thing we use?
Odd Shark.
Yeah, exactly. This is my Odd Shark upset special right here.
All right. I don't know.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Okay, so this is an article that Jack Sobel put up today predicting fall camp 2025 position battles. One of them was Will linebacker, but I feel like for some of them, like it's not so like
they're all playing.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like it's like who's out there as a starter doesn't really matter. I think the word starter, unless you're like a quarterback or an offensive lineman, it's not it's not that important anymore. It's more about like the snaps, right? So like Will, I think he's got the contenders. Of course, like Bowen is, Bowen's going to play a ton.
Yeah.
And Mike, but Snead, Osbury, and Kingston, like I feel like they're maybe one plays a little bit more than this game. So for me, I'm not.
And Bowen played a lot of Will last year.
Yeah.
When you see certain things, Kaiser was to the field, to the strength. When Bowen got beat on some of the wheel routes, he was the Will backer in the boundary against some of those formations when he got beat with the backs coming out in a couple of games.
Yeah.
So to me, Mike, I don't even think this is a position battle. I don't even think it needs to be talked about. You have.
What are you talking about? Safety, or are you still talking about linebacker?
Linebacker. I'm sorry, I thought you were on linebacker.
Yeah. So I went to linebacker to kind of bring it back to the safety thing.
Gotcha.
Like, I think Stroman, Talich.
I think they're gonna rotate, huh?
And yeah, I think they're all going to play. Tay Johnson is a wild card, X factor, whatever kind of buzzword term you want to use there. I like the upset pick, but I think Talich, I've heard good things about him. And then Stroman, I was just texting Sobel. He said that we are expecting Stroman to be ready to go Thursday. He said, as far as we know. So, yeah, you would think if Stroman is like healthy and he would assert himself as the leader in that battle, considering his experience. And he I think before he got hurt last year, is going to be like a pretty high draft pick, or that was the expectation. So
his film is good. He'll knock the heck out of you. Really talented player. So, and obviously with with Notre Dame the last few years, especially since Freeman's there, they play so many 6 DBs. So a combination of these three are going to be out there so much. Hell, they had DJ Brown and Ramon Henderson on the field together. So I wouldn't be surprised if these three are out there. So I think we'll be okay.
Yeah. Jack noted in his article, Stroman playing plenty and could be like a dime safety.
Yep.
So yeah.
It's Rod Hurd real quick was a stud in their dime and hell of a playoff run with some of the snaps he had to take. So you got experience. All three of those guys are really good, but I think Tay Johnson just every year, right? There's always some young guy you don't hear about. I think that's going to be him this year.
Yeah. Boubacar Traore, we expect him to have a monster year, but like, what about who's going to start next to or on the opposite side of the defensive line at end with Botello going to return from a torn pectoral muscle late September, early October, something like that. So Burnham, Young, what do you think here? Is this also one of those things where you could see them the reps being split, pretty evenly?
Yeah, probably a lot of split, especially since we've heard a lot about the left end, right end type of concept that they're going to do. And I think Burnham's going to be out there. I just think his motor, his effort, the guy plays 1,000 miles an hour, and he's one of my upset specials to be a captain this year. So it's year 4 for him. He's played a lot of football each and every year. And I think he's going to be, at least a starting DN especially going back and rewatching the playoff games, the end of the season games with SC and Army. Yeah, Burnham, I like him. I think he's going to play a lot. Young's just a physically great-looking football player, still needs to develop. So I kind of look at this second year almost like Traore's second year, which ended in injury, so that's probably not a good thing to talk about. But same type of boom that Traore had last year when he came on the scene, and obviously I think Young is as well. But it's the same thing, man. I'm expecting. That's why Al Washington should be a hockey coach in the offseason. That should be his little spring job. He just rotates guys, shift exchange. You get the icing call. He's got 2 new interior guys coming in, so that's what I'm looking for with him. But 2 damn good football players, and then you get Traore, Botello coming back next year, and then there's got to be another guy to mix and match. Oh heck, you got Tuli Alamaka, who Orca tweeted about. He's played in every game, which people just
Since
forget.
every game in his career.
Game since he's been here at Notre Dame, he has been on that field.
Impressive.
And that's awesome. That's just accountability. We trust you. That's awesome. I love that tweet that Tyler posted.
Yeah. Knock on wood. Injury bug, hasn't bit him.
Always.
Knock on wood again. Mark with Glasses, appreciate the $2 super chat. Says KVA is going to have a big year. Playmaker. No doubt. He probably will. I mean, you would have to assume that he would get the most reps at that spot.
He's going to be one of those guys on Saturday nights. If he's not out there a lot, I'm just going to be complaining about in our post-game shows because he is the best linebacker. I keep seeing another linebacker getting All-American nods and up for this watch list. King, you watch film, Kingston's the best linebacker. He needs to have the snaps that shows it.
Folks, please hit the thumbs up on this video if you have not done so yet. Subscribe to the Blue and Gold YouTube channel for more content. Really excited about the season ahead for this channel. I'm starting to make my YouTube schedule for the fall, and I think we're gonna go live 6 times a week. And when I say we, I mean me. I'll be on there. So I'm looking forward to it. We have a couple new shows that we'll be doing that I'm really fired up about. So yeah, really exciting time for the Blue and Gold YouTube channel. Some changes, outgoings, incomings, but really excited about the future of this channel. Moving along, Tim. Now this position battle is unfortunate because it's due to obviously Charles Jagisaw getting injured in a UTV accident a few weeks ago. But yeah, we would expect it to be Sullivan Absher or Gerby Lambert, I believe, at right guard. Tim, who do you think here? Who would you have coming out on top on this one?
Well,
or something else.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go Absher just because I'm going to stick with my year 3 philosophy along the offensive line. It's year 3. He's earned his reps, right? Red shirt, eat, lift. He looks amazing rewatching the spring game. So he got obviously snaps, played in every snap game last year, whether it's special teams, some mop-up time. So, he earned that letter last year, and now it's year 3. I always go back to the spring. Obviously, Ashton Craig's out, but he was with that starting lineup telling me he's the 6th man. So I think he had a heck of a spring. You just watch him. He's a big dude, man. I can't wait to see him out there mauling guys. And then you go back. I went back and rewatched his high school film, just how much fun he was to watch. So very, very excited for him. And obviously Lambert's just a monster. He's a monster, just size and massive talent. You go back and rewatch some of Sullivan Absher, and you see Gerby out there on the field as well, and just 2 impressive guys. So very excited. But I'm going to go the 3rd-year guy, Gerby, coming off an injury. Obviously, Jagisaw 3 years in a row on injured reserve to start, the season, which stinks. So I'm going to go Absher and mix it in there with the other 4 guys and get after it against Miami.
So this offensive line, after this year, you would assume you lose, which you know what they say about the word assume. Wagner, Schrouth, Craig, at least in terms of the starters, right?
But are they? Yeah, I mean, you could say that. Are they? I mean, obviously, it depends on
Schrouth. This is his last year of eligibility, I believe, right? He was on the 20.
No, I mean they all redshirted, so
so he's in the 20.
Everybody could come back in 26. If they don't come back in 26, holy moly, who the heck's playing O-line in 26?
Yeah, I just feel like
redshirt freshmen.
Well, yeah. Well, then you get Jagisaw back
if he's back.
I
mean, seriously, it's love him, great. You hope the best, but 3 years in a row IR, man. Don't make it 4, Charles. Don't make it 4.
So it's man, I don't want to look too far ahead, but
I know
Lambert, Will Black, Joe Otting, there's some really talented guys who are kind of right there to be starters this year, or right on the cusp, who you would think next year, we'll really want to be in that lineup. So this is what you expect at Notre Dame, right? It's deep and it's talented.
Still true. I mean, hey, it's young as hell is what it is. It's
Yeah.
young as hell behind the starters. It just is young as far as playing time goes. So I hope 2 out of those 3 seniors come back. I'll tell you that between Ashton. I mean, Ashton's only played 6 games at Notre Dame, and it's going into year 4. So he hasn't played a lot of football. Billy, he's got some injury bugs, has nicked him up. But if he stays, obviously it all depends how far of a run they go on this year. But you get in the playoffs, let's say it's a Final Four run, even a quarterfinal run, whatever. All of a sudden, Wagner's got 28 starts, 30 starts, 20. That's a lot of starts. Fisher went pro after 3 years with 27. So, you're up around those 30 starts. That's pretty good. And Shroud's coming into the season, I believe, with 15, 16, right around that little marker right there. So, yeah, he can have a good season, and we'll see what happens. But that, to me, you know me, man, I can't wait. I've already told Horka and Sobel, it's like, I just want to know who the hell screw the first team. That's fine. Who are those next? Who are those?
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Who are those guys, Mike?
All right, we're gonna get there.
All right.
Continuing the fall camp battle. Tight end number 2. This one's really interesting to me because it's all the scholarship tight ends besides Eli Raridan. So Eli Raridan is the undisputed tight end 1. So you have
Bauman.
Kevin Bauman. It's what, 12th year at Notre Dame. He was in Michael Mayer's recruiting class, which is just like crazy. Mayer's going on what, year
6? It's his year 6.
Year 2 at the Raiders, or is this year 3 he's going on?
Oh my God. 20. Yeah, he played at 22, so 23, 20, third year, Mike. Third year in the NFL. Holy moly.
And his classmate is still at Notre Dame. So Kevin Bauman, Cooper Flanagan coming back from injury a few weeks into the season. Ty Washington.
Hold on. Cooper Flanagan's going to be back that soon?
I think so.
But then Achilles?
I want to say.
Yeah, he's got.
I want to say he's going to miss. Yeah. Hold on.
We'll wait and see. That's Achilles injury, man. I never count on those things. So.
Well, hold on.
We need you the next year.
Give me a second. The only player we don't. This is from Freeman in April.
Is Flanagan.
We don't anticipate being truly full go in the summer. We'll take a little bit more time into the fall. Cooper Flanagan. He's still recovering and rehabbing from surgery that he had at the end of the season. But I want to say
it was Georgia game he got hurt. So years.
Yeah. So halfway through the season, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he'll be back eventually. But we can leave him out of this discussion.
Yeah, leave him out.
We'll talk about Miami.
We got to beat Miami A&M.
Yeah, this is a fall camp discussion after all, and Flanagan won't be participating. So Bauman, Washington, Larson. Don't sleep on Jack Larson. Just telling you guys. And James Flanagan. So Washington, the transfer from Arkansas, is a summer guy. Like Bo Collins last year, right? Maybe he was hanging around the Guggen stuff, but didn't participate in spring practice. And James Flanagan enrolled in the summer. So that's a 4-man battle. I mean, and it's, I don't know, like Notre Dame didn't use a tight end a lot last year, but maybe they do more this year. What do you think about this discussion, Tim, about the tight ends?
Yeah, I mean, Denbrock still uses 12, but at the same time, this is why you start looking at Will Pauling. You start looking at some of these wide receivers, how they have a true good solid core to go 11 personnel. I'm all about the upsets tonight. I'm nervous as hell at quarterback. Everything else is upset central. I'm going to go Kevin Bauman as the number 2. I think we're going to see him as a blocker. He's not going to be, running corner routes out there, running slot fades at tight end over Schuler like Larson did. But I'm going to go Bauman. He won the blocking tight end job in 22. He's been injured, coming back for a 6th year. No Cooper Flanagan. Obviously, you got the Arkansas guy. Larson's just short. He'd be a great fullback, but just like short to me. But
yeah,
I'm gonna go Kevin Bauman. This is my my odd chart. This is the Tim Hyde special tonight. So this is my another one of my bets.
I like it. All right,
like experience, 12 personnel, go in there and be a blocker.
I like it. I'm going with like a cop out. I think it's by committee. I think Bauman is blocking situations, 3rd and short, goal line. Yeah, maybe some, stick routes. quick outs here and there.
Not even those, man. Just throw them to the receivers, damn it. I don't need Kevin Bauman.
No one's expecting Bauman. I think Ty Washington and Jack Larson can be used in like some passing situations for some mismatches. Larson is like 6'2", but as a receiving threat, hearing really good things about him. Great chemistry with CJ Carr. I mean, we've seen that going back to Irish Invasion like 3 years ago. Yeah. And you saw that in the spring game, Carr throwing some dots to Jack Larson. And then Flanagan, I think as the year goes on, Flanagan is going to emerge because like with Bauman, Washington, Larson, Flanagan, I think Flanagan is the most true tight end of that group, like can do both. I think he's going to really emerge as a blocker. And then as he really learns and grows as a freshman, I think James Flanagan's going to play a bigger role as the season goes on. And then Flanagan's a total wild card when he comes back, what that looks like. And then Ty Washington, I've heard good things about him, but it's tough to say. We don't know a whole lot about him.
Yeah, Flanagan's if he comes back this year and plays the back half of the season, holy moly, it's like Hercules then. I mean, what amazing athlete. So Cooper Flanagan's going to be one of those, Durham Smythe, Brock Wright, Troy Nicholas. He's going to play like 8 years in the NFL, or Durham Smythe's still playing, and just be one of those studs, on the team, playing special teams and being that second tight end all the time. So excited for Cooper if he comes back and able to play. But tight end, me personally, I think we're going to see 12 personnel was really cut in half compared to Reese, Parker. Now Reese and them, they had to because they didn't have a receiver. So you had Michael Mayer was a receiver, for crying out loud. So each year it's gotten less and less. I think we're going to see less 12 than even last year. And last year it was a small number until Cooper gets back, I believe, until he's back. I think we're going to see – I think this team is best with Greathouse, Faison, Fields, Pauling, 3 of those 4 on the field at all times.
Yeah. Again, Adam, appreciate the super chat from earlier, Mark as well. And then M. Moore says, gut instinct right now on Elijah Golden, Notre Dame. Notre Dame. That's my gut instinct.
I'll go Notre Dame. I almost said Penn State, but I don't think that's going to happen right, Mike. So it's got to be Notre Dame.
Elijah Golden?
I'm joking because Penn State can't get a damn anyone that has a Notre Dame offer. So yeah. I'll go Notre Dame. We'll stick with those. Was that a Singer prediction 9 months ago? So we'll stick with it.
No, it's just a few minutes ago. K-Mac says, YouTube kill me with these commercials. Ben 10. It should be every 12 minutes. So it should only be 3. But
commercials go during the live show.
Listen, we went, I think 10 shows without a super chat. We have to make enough money on this these shows to make it make sense. We have to play some ads during the show. If you watch television, you get commercials. It's like a 5-second commercial every 12 minutes. It's
it's YouTube, exactly. Some of those things go on for 12 seconds, but
we got to make a little bit of money, but the super chats always appreciated. So I will probably turn off the mid-roll live ads during football season, because this feels like the first real show since spring ball ended. It's been Tim, we had some fun recruiting ones, but just talking about the actual football team, this feels like ball again. Great live viewership and everything. So people start super chatting again. We'll get rid of those guys, I promise.
No, you're right. Yeah, that's a good point. It feels like we're right here. The hype is, we talked about that whenever. It's just is wild. So can't wait. I can't wait for the polls. As stupid as everyone hates the polls, I like preseason polls. It just starts the debate. You move from there. I think Eric Hansen's is a pollster.
AP pollster,
so. Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to ripping his poll every week. So that'll be fun.
Eric said he was going to watch back the show. He's I know Eric. Eric likes you.
Yeah, exactly. Notre Dame's not number 1, so it doesn't matter, right? Just pure bias.
So that's the fall camp battle breakdown, Tim. Those are the big ones. There's other things number 3 corner, number 3 or 4 running back, who's behind like the big 4 receivers, the big 4 being Greathouse, Faison, Pauling, and Fields.
Yeah.
I think it's Burris.
I think
Burris is going to be that 5th guy.
Going to be your odd shark special tonight is Burris.
There you go. I've been saying that for a while too, Tim.
I think Burris is he's going to be over Cam Williams, Micah Gilbert. Whew. Right, bring it. KK Smith? Mr. Will Fuller? It's like, what's going on here?
I think so.
I like it. I like the energy.
Yeah. Mark says, when are you guys releasing your playoff brackets? We got to we'll do our grade show in August.
We can do a playoff bracket.
Tim and I will do our annual grade show where we grade each position group. And maybe we'll do a playoff bracket. I don't like doing that, but I will if that's what the people want.
I'll go. We're going LSU, Penn State, possible. That's my early prediction.
All right, how about this? LSU, Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State. Would that be the worst Final Four for Notre Dame fans? Like, that would be...
Notre Dame fans would lose their mind. Yeah, exactly. Notre Dame's in the Vegas Bowl. Just top it off. We're in the Vegas Bowl. They're getting, playing TCU, the 8th team out of the Big 12. That's all you need.
Yeah. All right, so that's talking about the position battles. Let's talk about. I got 3 fall camp storylines.
All right, let's see what we got
to attend to here. One being, who are the captains? Tim, I'll scroll on Twitter. Mason Plummer, friend of the show, said, who are your picks? He tweeted this out. Who are your picks for captains this season? He had 6. He's going Bowen, Schrouth, Love, Schuler, Greathouse, and Rubio. Oh, look at you responded.
Yeah, that's my upset special right there because he's got 4 juniors. I was like, whoa, that's a lot of juniors. So to me as a coach, it's like it scares the hell out of me because who the heck are you upperclassmen? So that was that got me nervous. Obviously, it's just a fan, Mason being a fan and putting his predictions out. So I think Wagner's one. I just think you're always going to have an old lineman. He's definitely a senior, returning starter, played more snaps than anyone. I think he was on the first list that brick by brick Notre Dame strength teams posted during the summer. He was up there right away. He did the New York rollout. I'm gonna go Wagner. I told you I think Burnham's gonna be one of my upset specials. You start looking at those, and then the rest of them, hell, who knows? Flip a coin.
Yeah, okay.
Flip a coin. You're gonna have a quarterback, that's for sure. That's gonna be, which obviously got me nervous because 2022 is no quarterback. That's not good. But and just real quick on captains, I think we probably talked about this, man. I feel like I may have mentioned this like back in February. I know there's a ton of hype for Notre Dame. I see this changing of the guard in a little bit on so many old guys and the draft guys off the 23 and 24 team that have moved on. So you start looking at I went and just looked at the captains the last few years since Freeman's been here, and a ton of old dudes, man. J.D. Bertrand in 23, then he goes to the NFL. Alta Jr. goes to the NFL. Cam Hart, 5th year. Sam Hartman, 6th year. All NFL. Hartman's free agent playing. Hart got drafted. And then last year, man, it was just old guy central. It was, great. The gray hairs. Kaiser in year 6. Obviously, Riley Leonard, a transfer, is a true senior. Riley Mills, Watts, 5th year guys. And then Ben Morrison was last year's Michael Mayer and Joe Alt, meaning you're stud junior, you're a captain, see ya, get the hell out of here, go to the NFL, which we're expecting Jeremiah Love to be a captain this year. It's almost like a little tradition going on, right, with your hotshot junior, like Kyle Hamilton got it in 21. You're going to start naming a junior every year. So I found that pretty interesting. So just some old guys, and that's not even including the oldest guy on the roster, Howard Cross, so bunch of old guys have really moved on the last few years. Exciting with so many young guys. That's why I keep going back to 1990. I don't know why. I watched the 1990 highlights. I watched the 1990. I got no life, Mike. The 1990
yes, you do.
Power. hour video special that they put out back in the old days. And that team had like 1,000 NFL football players on it. And then they got the redshirt freshman over there pissing his pants in a few games. And that's why I'm just like, this team's got so many NFL guys all over the place. Quarterback, kick ass. We got a title run going. So that's what really excites me in 2025.
Tim, you are a special individual. Do you know that?
Especially,
listen, Tim, I'm one of those people that like I live on my phone. If you text me, 90% of the time I see it right away. I got my watch, right? Tim says he has no life. He's got, I always forget if it's 3 or 4 kids. I think it's 3, right?
I have kids. Yeah, I have kids.
Yeah, Tim's got a few kids. So he definitely has life. And Tim is one of those people, you text, you don't hear back from him in 6 hours. But then I scroll on Twitter and he's shit talking every Penn State fan in existence. And I'm like, Tim, you have the time to shit talk, but not respond to me about our show. Tim, you're special.
Sometimes I do. I turn the text off because I get so many from a bunch of people. I just say, I'm going to go a few hours.
Yeah.
And then you're right. And you got to go on Twitter and see what the idiots are saying out there. So have some fun.
All right. So that's a captain discussion. I don't really have any strong opinions, to be completely honest with you.
I'm the same. I'm no like, oh, this guy should be a captain. I think it's going to be an interesting group. I hope it's more seniors than juniors. I just do for the sake of this season. Because your great teams have great senior leadership. That's an old Lou Holtz quote. Your best teams are old. They just are.
Yeah.
And we saw that last year with the championship game run.
All right, next up. This is always one. Summer enrollees emerging.
The senior special right here.
Yeah, so we've talked about this a ton on this channel. Yeah, I mean, as long as I've been covering Notre Dame, you have one summer enrollee that you're just not expecting to emerge, and one does. Clarence Lewis in the 2020 season, little 3-star. Is he a corner? Is he a receiver from New Jersey? Comes in, starts as a true freshman. 2021, guy named Joe Alt. 2022, Ben Morrison. 2023, I don't know if there was one, Tim. And this is a summer enrollee true freshman. So they missed spring ball. 24, Leonard Moore.
I mean, Cooper Flanagan was I always give you.
I did say that. I did say that. But I wouldn't say he was like a starter. He played. Maybe he played more than people thought. But and then 24, Leonard Moore.
No, Greathouse.
We thought he was going to be we thought he was going to be a player though.
Yeah.
And then 2025. I think James, but we're talking surprise. Like no one thought Clarence Lewis, no one thought Joe Alt, biggest Joe Alt supporter, right? No one thought Joe Alt, no one thought Ben Morrison was going to be a starting true freshman corner. No one thought Leonard Moore. I mean, is there one in this 2025 recruiting class, Tim? Like, is it like, does James Flanagan qualify for that?
Sure. I mean, if Flanagan is out there against Miami, living up, like his dad played in 1990, right? It's like if he's out there in Miami, he's that second tight end. I think that's a summer surprise.
Yeah,
I do. I thought he was.
Yeah, I don't know if he will for that. I mean, Miami's it's like Alt fit that, but like Morrison, Moore, these guys didn't start until
Yeah, Morrison. I remember in our post game show, Morrison all of a sudden he's out there in the second quarter against Ohio State in 22, and we're like, what the hell? And we mentioned him. We're like, you're right. Leonard Moore didn't really come on until October, but who is that guy we're talking about at the end of the year? It's Dallas Golden. Is it Burgess? Is it?
I think Golden I think Golden's a good shout, but it's just like, does he fit that criteria as a number 108 overall player, number 15 corner?
Yeah, it's still, you know what? I'm fine. I mean, everyone we're talking about are damn good football players that are summer enrollees. There's no, 3-star Scrubville that we're thinking about. These are some dudes that are gonna, come up and play. So to me, it's anybody in the summer. If you're a summer enrollee and you're getting on that field in September, you definitely earned it in a short time, which means you're super talented. So Golden is obviously the one. Burgess, I'm going to be just because of some, is he going to be one of those tweener D-line type guys that can make, can he get on in some dime type of a package? Big body freshman. Can he play early as a freshman? He might be one that, but you're right. I mean, there's a guy who's almost a Rivals 5-star for crying out loud last year. He's like the 38th player on the Rivals rankings last year. So, but it's an interesting group. This summer enrollee group might be one of the best ones, right? Like talent, star ranking that's coming in September.
All right. Let me just look through this again.
You got Dom Hulak. I just thought of Hulak. Right.
All right. I've got. All right. This I think Golden could be one. And Tim, I have 2 articles coming out tomorrow. One, the first one in the morning. I was going to publish it this afternoon, and then things just happening. I had to push it back to tomorrow morning. A pre-fall camp intel piece on the offense. What I'm hearing about every single position on offense. After I publish that, I'll start writing the defensive one, and Dallas Golden is one that will be written about. I'll give you that hint. But really, in terms of like a big surprise, no one's talking about Brandon Logan. I don't know why his profile looks like this. This says committed to Vanderbilt. Must be an old. I think this might be his baseball profile or something. But anyways.
Mike, if he's on that, he may be the biggest surprise out of all the other guys who played the last 5 years, right? Great athlete, by the way. He is a spectacular athlete. I could easily see that guy being a dime safety every single game, once he is super, super talented. So that would be a shocker right there, don't you think? Because you're right. Yeah. No one's really talking about him. All of a sudden we're like, Brandon Logan? Talent-wise, skill-wise.
Yeah, look, some of these things take an injury. You take an injury, whatever, and then someone emerges. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen. But Logan, to me, could be that out of nowhere. But here you go, Tim. I'm going to give you a name no one's talking about. Maybe a little bit. He's not a summer guy, though. Creed Thomas. Hearing very good things about Creed Thomas. Great spring. Could play corner. Could play safety. Guy's legit. Brophy Prep. They produce some good ones. 3-star across the board. The old Rivals rankings had him as a 4. I think on 3 is going to take a major L, rating him as the number 84 corner. I think that he is going to have a great career.
I love it.
At Notre Dame. All right, last one. You talked about this earlier, Tim. Fall camp storylines. Who will make up the second team offensive line? What do you think?
Mike, this is yes. Who the heck is it? And the reason why I ask is, Notre Dame's had a kind of some known entities, so to speak. 2 years ago, when obviously Coogan and Rocco, won the job and kind of surprised people in their camp, but they were also year 3 guys, right? I love that year 3 with offensive line. But you had Billy Schroff, who obviously was the starter throughout spring and summer and then got beat out. You had him prepped and ready to go. So that was good. And obviously last year, once Pendleton and Ashton Craig started, you had 13-game starter Pat Coogan and 10-game starter Rocco Spindler waiting in the wings, to play. There's nobody like that this year. The guy waiting in the wings is Sullivan Absher, who's been on PAT. So that's the experience Notre Dame has. And everyone wants to talk. And obviously the main part on that second team, and let's be honest, is who the hell are the tackles? Does Will Black go out there as the number 2 tackle? I think this is so important for Tyler, obviously Eric, Mr. Jack, and our famous Longhorn there, Mr. Tyler. I think those 4 guys need to see who those guys are. I just think that's very important. Does he go out there, or is it Styles Prescott? Is it just the oldest guy goes out with the second group? Who knows? Maybe Tyler and those guys see it on practice 5, whatever the next viewing is. I'm just saying. But if Will Black goes out there and he's that second team guy on routes on air, I think that says a lot towards him, his expectations for this season, where, I know it's always talked about Joe Rudolph, but let's don't forget Mike Denbrock's the OC, and Mike Denbrock is the tight end coach working side by side with Joe Rudolph. So these guys are building this offensive line together. It's not just one guy showing up and he's doing it all. Denbrock's the OC. He wants to know who the hell the O-line is. So I think that's a biggie. That second O-line is critical because my God, first off, we've already seen one injury. You know another one's coming, right? Another one's going to happen. They just always do. Knock on wood. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope this group stays together. But even the great 2020 offensive line lost Patterson in game 8, I believe. And then you had Lugg and Zeke Correll rotating at center at the end of the season. So it happens. But that second O-line, man, the key is those. It's really hard to say tackles because Gerby, is he back? Is he the right tackle? Because obviously they want him, to your point earlier, Mike, to be the right tackle if Wagner goes pro after this year.
Yeah.
Right? It's Gerby Lambert. Boom, your insert is not even a competition. So, but it's Will Black, that left tackle. I can't wait to see that.
Okay. Yeah. I do think if it's Absher and Jagasaw takes a while to come back, I think this is just my read. Sure. Unless it's a center, unless it's like Craig gets injured again, I think Gerby would play any of the other spots. I think he would be like a next guy in. I think Notre Dame views him as a tackle or guard. And that's
I wouldn't be surprised if Gerby Lambert's good to go. Once again, just athletic, super, just big body. He's got a shoulder back, all the things back. He's ready to rock and roll. If he's out there, right tackle, right guard, they're right next to each other. He's going to be getting reps at both of those to see what's what. And that's the one thing Joe Rudolph loves to do is have guys compete, have guys work their asses off, have that upset special somewhere. And we've seen it in his 2 years with him. So, and then back-to-back Joe Moore Award semifinalists, the SO line 2 years. So let these guys work. Let these guys figure it out. They know what they're doing. And you're right. If Craig is injured, is it Absher goes to center, which he was the starter in the spring, and then you got Gerby at right guard? Or is Absher just kicking ass and you put Otting in there, So it's a couple of those little moving parts. And then Billy Schroff, stay healthy, man. Let's have a monster season, senior season together.
Tim, can we go about 10 more minutes?
I'll give you 5.
All right, we'll have to go quick then. Let's talk real quick about Augie's Locker Room, longtime sponsor of this YouTube channel. We know you love Notre Dame memorabilia and unique one-of-a-kind items. You can find it at one place. Where else are you finding team-issued Notre Dame football pants from 2019, unless you're going into the athletics, you're going to the Goog and stealing it. Where else are you getting this? You're buying it from Augie's Locker Room, unless you want to go buy it from the sketchy guy at the tire shop. No, you're going to Augie's Locker Room, located at 1733 North Ironwood Drive, just down the street from Notre Dame. So if you're in town, especially for a football game this season, make time for Augie's Locker Room in your schedule. Check out their wide selection of Notre Dame Stadium pieces, jerseys, helmets, autographs, and one-of-a-kind Rockney items. You can find exclusive Joe Montana signed items and famous sculptor Jerry McKenna's replicas of the bronze statues around the stadium. If Augie has something, go get it. If he doesn't have something that you want, give him a call, 574-277-6363. He's the guy to go find out or go find what you want. So check out augieslockerroom.com. Give them a call, 574-277-6363. Visit them at 1733 North Ironwood Drive in South Bend. All right, so, really for the rest of the month, we're diving into fall camp. I'm sure next week during this show, we'll have one of our beat writers in South Bend from Blue and Gold on the channel to talk about what they're seeing. But there is some things that I'm like, I want to talk about this now while some of these items are hot. I got 5 tweets. Tim hasn't seen any of these.
Show me real quick. I'll give you a blurb.
Landon Tangwall tweeted, former Penn State offensive lineman, in front of the show. He said it's hilarious how the Notre Dame-Penn State rivalry went dormant for almost 20 years, and now it's war on this app, talking about Twitter, 24/7 between the two fan bases. I responded somewhere on here. I said, your head coach presser comments are a big reason why the recruiting battles have been great. Thoughts on this, Tim?
It's been fun. Without a doubt, dormant. There's been zero talk about these two teams, forever. Comparing each other outside of a couple O-line battles,
right?
And recruiting here and there. A funny little tidbit: 1996, they were going to play in the Fiesta Bowl. Lou Holtz's last game was set up to be Penn State, Joe Pa and Lou Holtz and Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl. And Jim Sanson misses a PAT and would have put them up by 9. They beat SC, game over. They're 9-2, go to the Fiesta Bowl, but nope. SC goes right down the field, gets the 2-pointer, wins it in overtime. Holtz never coaches again. So outside of that, man, it's been – I mean, obviously they played in 06 and 07. Weiss killed them in 06, and then they got big revenge in Happy Valley in 07. Outside of that, it's nothing. Nothing until that Orange Bowl. Oh, it's been awesome.
Since Notre Dame's been on the good side of it.
I've never been a big Penn State fan. They're just, they're almost worse than Ohio State guys. So, but no, it is awesome. It is awesome. And then they're just crushing it on the recruiting trail. It's like, Notre Dame killing them. It's like, my God, what's the throw in the towel, right? The Rocky one. It's like, my God.
All right.
I have not seen this. Are you sure?
JD Pickell came out with his 12-team projected playoff. He's got Notre Dame. I watched his clip where he talked about this. He says, I think he had Notre Dame splitting the first 2 games and tripping up somewhere else. So he's got Notre Dame 2 losses, but the 11 seed losing to Penn State in the 11-6 game.
Yeah, no. He posted on the message board. He's got Notre Dame losing at home to SC and at home to A&M.
Oh, I missed that. I was on vacation.
Yeah, okay, people are killing him for that. So that's his Notre Dame prediction at 10-2.
Bold to come on the board and say that.
Yeah, if they're 10-2 with those losses, they're in the Gator Bowl. So, but anyway,
LSU at 1 is.
How the hell? How do you even talk to LSU? It's like, okay, unless they're just going to be freakazoids this year and just get it right under Kelly in year 4. Ohio State had what, 20 guys or rookies in the NFL, either drafted or free agents. 20 they have to replace. Unless these guys are just, you sprinkle water on and they just come up and just kick ass. Ohio, if he's got them as the 2 seed, that means they're 12-1 at worst after the Big Ten title. That's LSU, the number 1 seed, same thing. That means they're 12-1. Look at the schedule that LSU plays. If they're 9-3, Brian Kelly, they should be in the playoffs. Their schedule is insane. 5 SEC teams? No, on 3 is not a SEC homer at all, right, Mike? Come on.
That's what the guy's got. Well,
I'm messing around. I know that's always out. I always see that people posting that. 5 SEC teams, come on. But anyway, this is interesting. I don't know if I even want to click on this one, but this is fascinating. This is a hot take, man.
Wait, okay. How many did the SEC get in this past year? 4?
3. And the
yeah,
2
you wanted 4. You wanted South Carolina in over Indiana from what you were saying earlier. So
I think, well, that's going back to the auto bids. I think 4 teams in the SEC are legit every year. So
yeah. There was one thing, we're going to skip it, but let's go to this.
That's a hot take.
Andy Staples, top 10 offensive coordinators in college football. It was all SEC guys. No, Tim, this had 0, right? 0 SEC OCs. So maybe On 3 hates the SEC.
Staples, yeah, but Andy Staples has been national for a lot longer. So
did he go to school anywhere?
Yeah, he's a Florida
guy. Did he play for Okay, Tim. Yeah, okay, anyways, he's got Mike Denbrock number 2 behind Oregon's Will Stein. Thoughts on Mike Denbrock, number 2 OC in the country? Like seeing this?
Well, never scored 30 points in the playoffs last year, but he's the number 2 OC. But anyway, right?
Or something else.
So
you disagree? You'd have him lower?
Are we going off of? What are we going off of?
I don't know. Top 10 offensive coordinators in college football.
No, it's interesting. Number 2. I don't know. That was the first thing I thought about. Is like, Notre Dame had the 2nd worst offensive playoff performance in history against Georgia, but they won. Number 2, that's interesting. Oregon guy gets a lot of hype. He's out there a lot. Denbrock's with the experience, obviously what he's done, longevity as solid as could be. The Miami guy is interesting. The Georgia Tech guy, I've heard a lot about this guy. I know a stud up and comer. I love seeing the Navy guy there because he's so original.
Yeah,
with a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's a nice list. Nice list.
Last thing, just to end troll Tim on a high note. I could not believe this tweet I saw from Art Stapleton, a Giants beat reporter. Bo Collins had the best practice. This was just today tweet 6 hours ago.
Okay.
Bo Collins had the best practice of any Giant today. He ran mostly with the first team and was a fierce blocker in their own game. Several times the offense's sideline exploded with cheers in his direction. Great start to camp for the undrafted rookie receiver from Notre Dame. How the hell does Bo Collins go from the amazing catch against A&M, the touchdown against Georgia, but otherwise not living up to the expectations that I personally had, to now had the best practice of any Giants, getting run with the first team in the NFL? I know it's for the Giants, but the Giants would beat Notre Dame 50-0. Like,
I was going to say that. One of my great high school buddies, Mike, is his name's Mike, but big Giants guy. So I got to send him a message. I had not seen this. So I just saw the thing Sobel put on the message board about
this.
Collins is kicking butt as a blocker. And I'm like, yeah, if I'm a Notre Dame guy, I want to delete that. You don't want your wide receivers being known as blockers in the NFL. For me, every time I see quotes like that, Mike, I just think of recruiting. I'm like, how come we never hear about the Ohio State blockers at wide receiver?
Okay. But you're focusing on one part of that.
I'm just having fun with it.
This beat writer thinks he had the best practice of any Giant. I'm sure he caught some passes as well. If it was just based on blocking, then I'm with you.
For him. I'm sure
I'm just like, how is that a thing? How is he doing that well with the Giants right away? And it's like, didn't do that with Notre Dame?
Yeah, a lot of drops, man. His drops, there's some bad drops he had last year. So it's like, lack of focus. Who knows? He had some big plays, some big catches, obviously, for the team.
I'm happy for him, though.
No,
Talk your shit, Bo. Your shit, Bo.
Hey, undrafted free agent, make a team. But next question, Mike. I'm curious. When we talk about Bo Collins, is it Clemson or Notre Dame? One of these days we got to get because he graduated from Clemson, played his last year at Notre Dame. So do we call him a Notre Dame guy in the NFL? I don't know how that works.
What about Sam Hartman?
Exactly.
Sam Hartman's the more interesting one because I feel like it would be Wake, but I feel like he might adopt Notre Dame more.
Sam Hartman was a captain for 3 seasons at Wake Forest. Yeah, we talk about him as a Notre Dame guy. It's like Pat Coogan, right? Does Pat Coogan make an NFL roster last year? Is he a Hoosier or is he a Fighting Irish?
It's a good point.
All
right, really quick last thing. I need everyone to screenshot this. If CJ Carr, listen, I hope we don't have to use this.
Is it?
But if Chief Brody said, if CJ Carr is not a 4K yard passer, barring injury, I'll eat my sock.
4,000 yards.
So I need this to be screenshotted because I'm not going to remember this in 10 minutes.
Yards.
And if it happens, look, I guess if CJ doesn't start and it's Kenny, then this guy's eating his sock.
I want to see this, yeah.
Or if CJ throws for 3,900 yards and doesn't get injured, Chief Brody's going to eat his sock, and I need you guys to help me.
We got to grill it on the Blackstone. What are we doing? How are we grilling that sock? But 4,000 yards. So a guy who's never thrown a pass in college is now going to break every record in 1 year. I love the energy, man. That's a hot take. That's a hot take. Stick to it there. I love it.
Eat his sock. And if he doesn't, then he's going to curse Notre Dame, just like that FSU fan cursed.
Yes, I was about right.
Cursed the Seminoles several years ago.
You brought that up one time about this FSU guy who was supposed to. I don't
think he was supposed to eat crap or something if they lost to Boston College, and he disappeared off the face of the planet.
Yeah. We never saw him on Twitter again. I'm out of here.
I think it was supposed to eat crap. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. But anyways, Tim, you hung out a lot longer.
In honor of Jaw's 50th year here, it's like I like it, the sauteed sock. So
fun show, Tim.
Love it. No, it was good. It's just real quick. I gotta.
Okay.
I'm an 80s old fart guy, man. And for all the old guys like me out there, just want to give you a high five, dude. Who's not dying from the 80s? This has been brutal the last week. You lose Theo from the Cosby Show. People, Mike, the Hulkster was unbelievable. He was the dude amongst dudes back in the 80s. Ozzy, Ozzy is. I mean, he's the greatest of all time. So he is our modern Elvis, if you want to call him that. Seriously, you can't walk into an NFL stadium without hearing Ozzy Osbourne. And then I was I grew up in SoCal, but man, back in the 80s when cable started, Mike, it was all WGN and TBS. Who the hell's watching Cubs and Atlanta Braves baseball? But all I did was grow up watching Ryan Sandberg, and that one hit me last night when you lose Rhino, who's just like one of my favorite baseball players ever. So to all the old guys like me who've seen a Notre Dame national championship live in living color, man, we've lost some guys, man. So which got me nervous. I'm like, God, I hope Lou holds I hope he sticks around a little bit longer. Just stick around a little longer, Lou. But no, it's been an interesting week, man. Some true icons.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for this week's show. We'll be live next on Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time with the Six Pack Show, recruiting show. We'll be on Friday, and I'll have another recruiting video post tomorrow around noon Eastern. So lock into the Blue Gold YouTube channel, and as always, folks, we'll catch you next time.